This week in Destiny, July 6, 2023. This one's brought to us by Hippie. Hey, Hippie, how you doing? This week in Destiny, we're drooling over more cutscene goodness, taking a peek at upcoming weapon changes, and scoping out the latest update regarding the community-voted exotic weapon ornament that kicked off earlier this year. Oh, and celebrating the new secret exotic mission. If you haven't checked it out yet, you totally should. Not that I'm trying to be your mom or anything, but it's pretty spiffy, just saying. The exotic quest for the wicked implement exotic stasis scout rifle is fun. It's certainly not challenging, and best of all, and perhaps most disappointing, right, as far as the challenge of completing the exotic, you don't have to complete all the prerequisites, specifically catching 3 exotic fish, which are needed. So once you enter the deep dive activity, you'll be able to interact the hive statues to unlock the doors to get into the timed event in which you have to eliminate the boss to be awarded the exotic scout rifle. Someone in your fire team can already have those prerequisites, the 3 exotic fish, and by proxy you benefit from it, unable to unlock the statues and complete the exotic quest. So is it difficult? No. In fact, it's like uber easy, and it's almost to the point where you don't have to, you just need to wake up, join a fire team with your friend that's already done all the work for you, and basically just be, you know, a halfway effective fire team member to get through the content. It's not difficult at all. So the scout rifle itself is cool. It's not overpowered by any means, at least in my initial testing. It's fun. It's effective in certain things. If you're not using a stasis subclass, I think it kind of falls short because you don't benefit from the synergies you get from the aspects and fragments of using a stasis subclass. More on that later, but hey, all the exotics in the game for the most part are extremely satisfying to use, and just overall add to that fun factor. I highly recommend go out and get it, test it out, see if you like it or not, and let me know in the comments below. Moving on, before diving into this week's Twid delight, let's take a quick look back at what was shared last week. An update on game stability and next steps. Next week is Lucky Week in fishing, the Witness Origins cutscene, final round of #Drown in a Drip, current Prime Gaming drop extended to July 19th, community emblem competition. Now for what's coming up. Tomorrow is Bungie Day, 7/7. Cutscene and hang, mid-season weapon tuning preview, final Iron Banner heads up, show that exotic fish pride. We heard you like Witherhoard. Now let's dive into the latest cutscene that we hope you enjoyed, shall we? Get those 7s ready, it's Bungie Day. Tomorrow is Bungie Day because you know we love our 7s here, and we're excited to be celebrating with the Bungie Foundation for this year's Giving Festival, fishing shenanigans, and some solid loot to snag before the week is out. First up, let's look at what the Bungie Foundation has going on. Once again, the Bungie Foundation is empowering our incredible community to put their best gaming foot forward for a good cause. In case you missed the full blog post about Bungie Day Giving Festival, which you can check out right here. Here's a brief breakdown for what to expect. New prizes, in-game items, limited edition marathon t-shirts, and even PlayStation game codes for titles like The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, and God of War. Don't miss out on the 7 days of prizes too, which include dope finds like plushies and even a Varric statue. A variety of emblems for those guardians chipping in for a good cause. Community emblem, create an emblem you'd like to see in Destiny 2 for a winning shot at our #emblematic competition for a shot at that dream becoming a reality. You can also directly donate to the campaign if you're feeling generous. Any support helps, big or small. You can do that right here. Click on the link, visit bungie.net through the official campaign link. So go ahead and do that. Definitely check it out. Maybe you'll be inclined to donate as well. As part of our Bungie Day celebration, we've got a series of community fishing derbies for players to compete in. For those that want to really dive deep into this season's fun, to complete, Guardians will need to catch as many fish as possible within a given time frame. There will be 5 fishing derbies, which will be 1 hour each, spread out throughout the day to help you find a good time to participate. All right, so they're having a fishing derby. Log on at the start time, catch X amount of fish. Whoever has the highest number wins that particular derby. There's 5 derbies here. All of these are Pacific Standard Time. Alpha Derby 2 a.m. At 2 a.m. and 2 a.m. I would think that, I guess it goes from 2 a.m. Pacific time so it's 24 hours. That's the way it reads. Bravo Derby starting at 6 a.m. Charlie Derby 10 a.m. Delta Derby 2 p.m. and Echo Derby at 6 p.m. The top 3 scorers from each of the 5 derbies will be highlighted in next week's Twid, as well as receive a special Bungie Foundation digital prize pack that contains the following items. Heartful Shell Exotic Ghost, fully equipped with heart bubbles galore. Blue Blood Cells, this year's Bungie Day Giving Festival emblem. Helium Hearts, give your bestie something to lift their spirits. Bungie Day Emblem Bundle, every Bungie Day emblem release over the past 5 years. If your person wins multiple derbies, we will award the next highest scorer. With the lucky perk that went live at Reset this week, you'll have a chance to catch double the number of exotic fish while scoping out your favorite hotspots for some chill time. Ready to tally up? Here's what you need to know on the scoring. Junk is 0, uncommons 1 point, rares 2, legendaries 5, exotic is 20 points. Oh, and did we mention increased reputation gains across the board for rituals until July 11th? Because that's pretty sweet too. So that's a good opportunity for people to catch up, for the rewards and through vendor rankings, if that's something that you're needing to do. So good stuff there. That's through July 11th. The Bungie store has wares. If you have engrams, the Bungie store will be kicking off its big Bungie Day sales event on July 7th. You'll have exactly 1 week to browse the goods to see what you like. Fancy adding to your collection. We'll have some sweet collectibles up to grab. Want to refresh that look? We get it. Net yourself some new appeal while you're at it. For anyone that shops the store during the Bungie Day weekend sale, you'll also get a free Bungie Day themed emblem too. Just make sure you add Scoop Up Desire drop before July 13th, and you'll miss out on emblem goodness and some sick sales. Oh, and before we forget, we'll also be featuring a massive restock of previously retired Bungie rewards for anyone that is eligible and may have missed out on the first go-around. Follow at Bungie Store on Twitter and Instagram if you're looking for some more details. And because we all know I'm eternally 5 years old in spirit and overly obsessed with replicas and collectibles of any kind, here's a little sneak peek as a treat this week. The remaining few units of the Nerf limited Gallahorn Blaster are on sale for 1 week only before this limited edition Galley of Glory sells out. So if that's your bag, you want to grab it, it's back, go for it. Planning your own Bungie Day celebration, whether it's showing off your epic collection, most treasured screenshots, or player creations. Hello, hashtag emblematic, fancy seeing you here. Be sure to share and tag the at Destiny2 team, at Destiny2 Game, at Bungie accounts, so we can continue celebrating together. Sloan dropping those knowledgeable bombs in perfect cutscene form. Not that I'm a fan of dramatics per se, but last week's cutscene broke me in the best way, and judging by your reactions, I am far from alone. Sloan is a total badass, hashtag Thunderguns, and what's next is going to be one heck of a wild ride. For anyone who wants to revisit an intense moment a la Sloan, Zavala, or Asa, or anyone who may have missed it entirely and doesn't mind spoilers, check out the cutscene below and don't be shy. Hit us with your best theories. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and watch the cutscene.
Zivorath's forces are in full retreat.
Good. Time to complete the mission.
Our dance will never end. I am war. You carry my banner. Cling to me like hope. What are you without me? Sink into my embrace. Drown in the deep. Fight forever.
Stand down, Deputy. Sometimes the battle is stepping away from the battle. We're with you all the way.
The true path lies obscured, but she knows the way. She who hides truth in deception. The Witch Queen must rise.
Yeah, so fantastic cutscene right there. Definitely very impactful, a lot of emotion, a lot of man, the return of Zavathun. This cutscene hits so many plateaus of emotion of what we had experienced last expansion, the Witch Queen expansion. For her to be coming back, Bungie in a recent interview said that although she may not be as impactful as she was previously, you know, her presence is still extremely significant. I hope they're just kind of speaking a little sideways there, maybe not necessarily tongue in cheek, but just being a little reserved in setting those expectations. I hope we get full dedicated cutscenes with Zavathun and that she is somehow interactable in game, because it would just be cool to just have access to a very intriguing character. Moving along, get your mid-season weapons preview update here. You got a weapons update. You get a weapons update. Everybody gets a weapons update. It's that time again. Time to prep for the mid-season weapon update. If you missed a full breakdown earlier this week, we can scope out that delectable pew-pew goodness right here. Here's a brief recap and a short message from the team. Weapons team, for Season 21's mid-season patch, we wanted to address a few weapons and perks that have been over or underperforming in Crucible, leading up to the larger set of changes coming in Season 22. We also wanted to respond to feedback that Sheora's Wrath ADS Reticle is difficult to use, and Graviton Lance has felt like it lacks a punch in PvE content. If you missed the article from earlier today, we get a TLDR below for you that briefly summarizes the changes. Pulse Rifle nerfs, including No Time to Explain and Graviton Lance PvE damage buff, lightweight bow buffs, lightweight shotgun buffs, changes Sheora's Reticle, Fighting Lions, Chimera perk fixed, target lock nerfed in PvP, Gutshot Straight and Slick Draw buffed, a look at balance changes in Season 22 and beyond. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts on what exotic weapons or weapon archetypes you'd want to see buffed in future seasons. So let us know on Twitter or Reddit what your top 3 lists would be. So there you go. Bungie's basically saying, okay, community, give us more feedback. So again, Olive Branch extended, Open Hand extended, give us your information. Bungie's, basically being and stating we are transparent here. Let us know what's going on. So here's an opportunity as the astute guardians that you are to participate, in putting forward, updates, changes, fixes, what have you, the things that you find frustrating or just downright disgusting in the game. How do we balance weapons? We talked about this before, but we thought this would be a good opportunity to dive a little deeper into the metrics we use when we balance the weapon sandbox. I'm going to read this. There's a chart. I'm not going to sit here and go through the X and Y axis and say, this looks interesting. And a lot of this is common sense. Okay. I don't necessarily think you need to be a dev to say that a weapon that's, being overused is most likely overpowered and needs to be tuned in some capacity, right? Common sense. But I'm just going to read through the text. If you want to get a deep dive for yourself, just go to bungie.net and look at this yourself. So they break it all down into 5 things. Usage. What percent of total time in Crucible games do players have this weapon equipped? Kills. What percentage of all weapon kills in Crucible come from this weapon? Win rate. Do players who have this weapon equipped win their games at a higher rate than players with other weapons equipped? 4. Kills per minute. How many kills do players with this weapon equipped get in a minute of game time compared to other options? 5. Kills over expected. Given the above data and filtering for things like player skill, game mode, subclass, ammo type, data range, controller input method, weapon slot, etc., is a specific weapon or type of weapon getting more or fewer kills than would be expected? When we look at everything listed above, we focus heavily on kills over expected, KOE, which blends the data into a single easily understood percentage value. Low usage weapons can have highly variable KOEs, but as usage increases and more of the given population slice utilizes a weapon, we want to see KOE normalize. Below, you can see a chart of our kills over expected metrics. Please, at your leisure, look at this chart. For the last month, for primary weapons in high-skill PvP lobbies across all platforms and all input types. As you move towards the right side of the chart, usage time increases. We want to see weapons get closer to the 0% KOE level on the Y-axis, which means they are performing as expected. You can see that the Messenger Adept, No Time to Explain, Graviton Lance, and the Immortal Adept are currently slightly elevated above where we'd like them to be for their current usage levels compared to weapons further to the left. Hence, us taking a pass at what may be allowing them to outperform their tiers. Aim assist, range, target lock, etc. As an example, in Season 19, Dead Man's Tale was at a 60% KOE with a 4.5% usage, leading us to issue a hotfix and bring it more in line with expectations. As a note, KOE is not a one-size-fits-all metric. Certain weapons, in particular support weapons or weapons like Le Monarque, must be evaluated separately as their effectiveness is not tied to their ability to kill guardians directly. So you can see, like, big outliner, Graviton, the Immortal. No Time to Explain, the Messenger. Right? Those are all the outliers right there. And they want to bring them into all the dots on the left-hand side. All right, so that's how you read the chart. We hope that this has been an interesting educational insight into how we work on weapon balance, and we're sure we will have more to share in the future. All right, well, thanks for that. Iron Banana, long live salad fingers. You know the drill. Another week and another Iron Banana. Heads up if you want that Wolfie new emblem. This is your final shot at snagging it this season. So get out there and kick butt. Saladin would want you to. Very cool emblem. 1 fish, 2 fish, exotic fish, pinfish. Sometimes you just need to get out to a good spot. Don your best guardian fashion and just chill away the stress with a nice bout of fishing. For those fishers that are dedicated to the art of casting to the... What is this sentence? For those fishers, okay, that are dedicated to the art of casting the perfect line, you may want to peep the new exotic angler pin set. a Bungie rewards offer on the Bungie store that can be purchased once you achieve greatness. Very cool. I'm not into pins, but go for it. Live now, you can snag a set of 5 pins, including 4 exotic fish and 1 hook. So go ahead and relax on the shore. Cast your line and build your fashion collection with the spiffy collectible. To Witherhoard or not to Witherhoard, either way, it's going to look awesome. Earlier this year, we rolled out the results of the next weapon to get community voted ornament treatment. With a whopping 45% of the vote, Witherhoard took out both Izignagi's Burden and Thunderlord. The next step then was to get with our chosen community artists to start working on some spiffy new designs to consider. To be honest with you, it should have been a fucking exotic that has 1 or like no exotic ornaments attached to it. All of these, like especially the Witherhoard, I think it has 3. Nagi has at least 2, and Thunderlord has 1, right? Like if any of them would deserve to have another ornament, it would have been Thunderlord, right? I don't know. It's just like I want more variety of fashion. And all the ornaments that is available for Witherhoard now, like they all look cool. Like you've satisfied, you've quenched the thirst of the fashionistas out there to make their Witherhoard look fabulous, right? Like that's, I don't think anyone logs into Destiny, puts their Witherhoard on and says, oh man, these three ornaments are just, these ornaments are horrible, man. Bungie's got to do something here. I'd even pay for it. No one's saying that, you know? But I'll tell you what, there are people out there that are putting exotics on and are like, how come this doesn't have an ornament? You know? Like case in point, with as prolific as using Starfire Protocol was, and again, this is an armor piece, it's not a weapon, but just saying, that was, you know, you're basically wearing a bath towel. That's the meme, right? And it wasn't until it got nerfed in this season where like a kick-ass ornament came out for it. Like this is the shit that's frustrating the community. You know, it's like, wake up, man. Like, how can you be like a prolific progressive like studio, but like make that fucking mistake? Like, this is what's mind-boggling. It doesn't make any sense, right? If you guys out there can make sense of it, or anyone from Bungie watching this can make sense, please at me. Let me know in the comment section below. I love to be enlightened. Thank you. Just a quick reminder. Here's a quick recap of the process. As soon as you all pick the concept and it's ready to go into production, it's going to take some time to move through our content pipeline. So we want to let you know up front that the ornament won't appear in Destiny. You know what? Okay, it won't come to the final shape. Honestly, I don't even care about it. I don't care. If you care about it, you can read it yourself and get this last sentence in. It's another ornament for like an exotic that's saturated with ornaments already. You know, so bravo to you 45%ers that voted for it, right? And the reason you voted for it is because you just like the weapon, not that the weapon deserved a new fucking ornament. Like, let's not bullshit each other here. Player support report. The witness wants me, fish fear me. It's time for our player support heroes to do their thing and provide the latest update on what players need to know about the immediate pipeline, including a reminder about cross-save and known issues that are being worked on. This is their report. Cross-save reminder. Deactivating cross-save will result in an unskippable 90-day deactivation cooldown period prior to players being allowed to re-enable it. Please double check that the correct platform accounts are linked and the correct characters are selected as your active cross-save prior to enabling the feature. For more information on cross-save, click here. Known issues. While we continue investigating various known issues, here is a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our hashtag help forum. Again, if you experience known issues or you're frustrated about something, a glitch, a bug, whatever it might be, please communicate to Bungie in the hashtag help forum. They do read it and they will take that information into account as they work internally to rectify the issue. Defeating unstoppable champions too quickly during the Psyops Battleground Moon Nightfall can result in missing revive tokens, as well as players earning a lower than expected reward tier. Altar of Reflections memories may not appear centered when viewed. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review our known issues article. Players who observe other issues, again, should report them to our #help forum. Have Forklift Will Travel now with ambition. Movie of the week, Hippie says, ever wanted to become forklift certified in Destiny 2? Well, don't let those dreams be dreams, friend, because we got info on exactly how to do that courtesy of this week's #Destiny2 Movie of the Week pick. Movie of the week is Forklift Certified. Sam comes in, who loves a good montage. We love a good montage. As a non-PvP player, you can normally find me looking for regional chest or reviving my partner after he falls off a ledge. It just blows our mind to see players do things like this. The movement, the editing, the energy, it sure is something to see. Movie of the week, Ambition. We stan Eris Morn in this house. Artist of the week, Bruno. Eris Morn, isn't she the best? The unbreakable ally, an outstanding teacher and powerful warrior. To this day, I still feel uneasy when she looks at my guardian. Not because of the 3 eyes, but because there's something behind them I still can't fathom, but I feel it. Something as pure and potent as moonlight. Doesn't she say sunlight, though? Can't you feel it, Guardian? Something as pure and potent as sunlight? Or maybe he's just being cheeky and saying moonlight. Anyway, Art of the Week, The Witch by @Wriggleworm from Twitter. Very cool looking. Ivan says, this art has a poetic touch, just like near the end of older movies when the hero gets their ultimate power, Strand, and is fighting the villain while snow or rain is everywhere. I'm glad I don't need to counter the number of eyes in this illustration. I would fail anyway. Congrats on the win. Art of the Week. Before you die, you will see only 12 red eyes by @Canny_Paragon. Very cool. Also, just a reminder, don't forget to include your Bungie.net profile links in your submissions and use your #Destiny2 Art of the Week and #Destiny2 Movie of the Week for your submissions. And that's another week of Twid in the books. Don't forget, we're still keeping an eye out for #emblematic submissions. Be sure to tag the @Destiny2 team account for some additional visibility. As we continue making our way downtown, walking fast, the witnesses many faces past, and we're final shape bound. Just as a friendly reminder to make sure you're drinking your water, prioritizing self-care, and always leading with your kindest foot forward. We'll see you next week, friends. I should go. Hippie, thanks again for this week's Twid. Thank you for watching. Likes and shares are very much appreciated, and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Peace.